I know that Popeyes. Smelling mighty nice there.
It was mighty fresh to my surprise.
Oh, I almost got a cramp in my leg.
Hey, I caught a cramp for the first time.
What you mean for the first time?
Okay, maybe I don't need to talk about it. I mean, I've had cramps before, but just not in situations. Don't matter. It don't matter. We can keep going.
Because I'm afraid to
I'm
ask.
curious.
We can keep going. I probably need to black out.
Yep.
Yeah. James.
It's cool. Just not, all right, they don't know what we're talking about. Welcome to another episode of...
I don't even want to say it.
Hey, man, I'm trying to...
We're recording.
Yeah, we are. I don't need to put that on camera, though.
How you gonna get it out?
Just
Maybe
like this.
just took the shirt off.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true.
Oh, you don't trust the shirt under there?
I'm tight shirt friendly. I will say, listen, I don't know what it is.
Just take them both off.
I took my
So you don't just have no shirt on?
Hey.
And you got your camera going too?
Because I need to make sure my face won't ashy.
Okay, all right.
Your shirt.
It's fine. So what I had took my shirt off, and I was in the mirror, and so I don't know what it is. Obviously, I'm not in shape, but I'm like, I feel like I'm shapely fat. Like it's like where my abs, like you can see abs.
They want to come through.
But it's fat. Like I can clearly see the area, and then like you got like maybe two little lines in there. Like I've never seen that.
That's where they want to come through.
Cool.
So you don't have the V just yet. You got a U.
I got the V.
Oh.
But it's just like what.
You got the V. I got that V.
Okay, I should probably calm down. We can change this
I
up.
got that V. Oh, I got the V.
Right. In case you didn't know.
In case you want to talk crap. Oh, I got that V.
Yeah, where your V at?
I got a W. Upside down. Which was really. Which is two ends together.
Okay.
Do you know W is two ends together?
Or it's just a W.
All right,
This is going to be a great episode.
one of the dumbest things, and I know what you're about to say, I think we might even have this conversation, was W is the only letter that starts with the letter D or something like that. Like, that's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the way you pronounce it.
It's so stupid.
Because you don't say it. You say W. You get it?
I do. I'm trying to go through them.
But if you're saying W is the only letter that starts with the letter D or something like that, no, it's just the letter W. You can say like it sounds like it starts with the letter. That's anyway. We can keep listening. What do you have to talk about today? Because I already tried to introduce the episode, and you wasn't even having it.
Well, first off,
Yeah,
we have a guest.
we have a guest. I know you haven't heard.
We have mentioned you before on the show.
Did you?
Not in name, but we have mentioned you. There has been shade thrown towards you.
Oh, absolutely.
A nice, big, thick, shady palm tree is thrown towards you.
Indeed it was. With mangoes attached.
Oh, I like a good mango.
Mango's
A good
delicious.
mango. That's why I got a W now. On the mango. So,
I'm not gonna live this down.
it ain't got nothing to do with you no more. It's all about me and my W. But now, so we got Melina. I'm not gonna say your last name,
Perfect. I don't need them finding me.
even though you know what it starts with.
You know what?
Hey, that wrote itself. I didn't even plan that. It just wrote itself.
Okay.
How you feel?
Hot, nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because I don't know what to expect with y'all.
Okay.
Because it can go anywhere. It didn't went anywhere, and I've only been here like 3 minutes.
So I'll tell you what we do.
I be on my best behavior, by the way. I don't know what you're talking
He
about.
does. As he has a napkin corsage on his chest.
What?
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to ease you into it. Since the people, first off, they've never heard your voice, nor have they seen you, but now they're seeing you, and they're going to hear you. Except it's a dance break.
Do you feel like you in camera ready? I guess if you weren't, then we would have.
People just gonna have to take what they got.
It is what it is. Gotcha.
So, we haven't done this in a while, because I guess we've had like reoccurring guests. But since you are a new guest, well, you're not a new guest, but you get what I'm saying. So let's start with, since the show is centered around entertainment, let's kind of get to know you a little bit. Like, do you like movies and TV?
I do.
Okay. Do you have a favorite movie and a favorite TV show?
Favorite movie? I don't even want to tell y'all.
Mine is not very, mine isn't very, what's the word? Manly. So you can go ahead and say yours.
I don't want to tell y'all.
Well, tell us your second favorite then.
I want to know.
So, like, I like musicals.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
So, like, Rent, Chicago.
Okay. I was going to say something about Rent, but I'm...
I don't know the number.
Right now, Hamilton is at the top. I secretly play the soundtrack in my car.
How old are you?
What?
That's horrible. I'm sorry.
Hamilton is a good musical.
I love that soundtrack.
I'm just saying. I have a daughter, and
James. Before you go to your spiel, I have a playlist of music on my phone
that includes Hamilton.
There are some Hamilton songs, but there are also songs like "Friends on the Other Side" from Princess and the Frog.
And I'm okay with that. No, I'm fine with that.
So you're okay with that, but not Hamilton?
I just in my eyes, high school girls play Hamilton in their spare time. That's just in my eyes.
No, high school girls probably can't even put all the stuff that's going on in them songs together.
No, I mean I can't say that. I can't speak for the whole country. I just know that the people in Huntsville. Why am I saying
the high school girls in Huntsville listening to Hamilton?
Grammar school, yep.
Dang, I don't feel no kind of way.
And not only that, they play it non-stop, just on repeat.
I think your issue is not the fact that it's Hamilton is the issue. You're just tired of hearing Hamilton.
I was tired of hearing yes.
Who's Henry Hamilton?
And my thing is, it became, accessible like 2 years ago. And anyway, I'm sorry. So, Friends on the Other Side and other stuff. I'm not trying to belittle you or anything.
I didn't even take it that way.
I can't listen to another Hamilton song.
I'm sorry. That's
up.
terrible.
Not gonna.
That's terrible.
So what's the song from a movie that you can listen to nonstop?
Oh, anything from Rio or Aladdin. Like I was saying the mess out of Rio.
So what if a person said they don't like listening to Rio all the time?
Oh, that's
because my daughter straight turns Aladdin off and she's 4.
You hit a nerve with that. I saw you hit the nerve.
You are not raising her correctly.
I saw the energy shift as soon as you said that.
I had to keep any comments that were coming up to myself.
Listen,
let it go.
she does not like Aladdin.
But what about you? Because I don't know her.
I like Aladdin.
Okay, all right. So we can.
She's not gay.
She had lost cause. You can put her up for adoption.
Did you like the Will Smith Aladdin?
That's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, so you didn't like the original Aladdin before that?
So once the Will Smith came out, I liked that one.
So that one took over.
Yeah. Oh, you like the original?
Yeah, he's the original Aladdin lover.
So you clearly wasn't raised right. You're doing adulthood all
like
wrong.
Aladdin 3 though.
Aladdin 3.
Listen, so
they made like 2, 3 Aladdin original.
First of all, what about
Shazam?
Will Smith Aladdin based? I'm having a comment all on my own.
Where you get Shazam from?
What's Aladdin 3?
So there's Aladdin, and there's Aladdin Prince of Thieves, and then there's Aladdin something other. I don't know the name of it.
Return of Jafar is number 2.
Yeah. Oh, the Return of Jafar.
Okay.
What were you saying?
What about Will Smith makes it better than the original? And you better not say Will Smith.
It's got to be that song.
Which one? Speechless?
Come on. We ain't going nowhere. Waiting on it. We can't go until you go. That song. You know what song I'm talking about.
That movie has a lot less.
I thought you were trying to get us to name the song. I didn't know that was the song.
No.
That movie has a lot less, personality than the original. I mean, you can't beat Robin Williams.
Yes.
How are you putting Will Smith above Robin Williams?
Wait. Which one you saying have more personality?
The original.
No. Robin Williams is good. Genie the Lamb. Yes, he's great.
That is Aladdin.
But Will
What about Will?
brings a whole nother swag
this
to
is
it.
80 years past Fresh Prince. He is not the same funny Will Smith. And he was.
It wasn't
funny
even
then.
funny. It was just. It was.
What are we talking
No. I'm
about
not
then?
saying. I'm not saying it has anything to do with him
Okay.
being funny.
What are we talking
I'm
about?
saying
Okay.
he was just. He made the movie better. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
boy. I think James, what you're arguing is you're arguing nostalgia versus her preference.
Okay, I can't. Okay.
Because the reason why I say
That wouldn't
I
even
say
give me
this way,
nostalgia.
I think what she's saying, she's not saying that the original is bad
It's
or
not.
is worse than the Will Smith one. She just prefers that one over the original.
She is.
While
saying
you,
it's worse.
No, I'm not saying that it's worse.
while you,
I
you
just
are,
like
you are
the Will
arguing from a
Smith
point
version.
of your nostalgia comes with the original. So of course the Will Smith one, I get what you're saying as far as like him not being as funny and all that kind of stuff. I hear that, but your nostalgia is going to over whatever that one because it's like you grew up watching that one.
I'm not.
So in other words, before you even watched the Will Smith Aladdin, it had a high bar to why am I not? I can't get words out today.
So listen, impartially. I mean, you can talk to anybody, and they will agree that the first Aladdin is better than the second one. Just but if you put Robin Williams against Will Smith, is better. If you put Jafar, the original Jafar, against the new Jafar, is better. Iago wasn't.
Who is the everybody
are
you talking to?
Are you talking to people that fell in love with the original because they grew up with it? Or are you talking to people who just look at it, which movie they like better in general?
Let's just say in general. I mean,
Can we just
obviously if I ask-
look at what the facts are as far as like what like Google says about what this one did versus that one?
Sure. I mean, if you're talking money, obviously the new one made more money because money is not worth more now, but
With inflation.
yeah, inflation. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, we can get factual if you want to. I don't think you want to go there.
Why do you think I don't want to go there?
Okay, all right. I don't want to, have dead air.
Oh well, we can do it. We ain't got to do it right now. Uh-oh.
I mean, why you doing that? I can throw another bomb out there while you looking that up.
Okay.
I like the live action Lion King better than the original.
Like the Beyonce Lion King?
Oh man.
That's the one you're talking about?
Nah,
Okay, all right.
Oh.
I'm really just talking.
I just want to hear y'all go ahead.
Now, Lion King is nostalgic for me.
Okay. Well, see, and I think that's what
And Beauty and the
what
Beast.
he is. So, like for instance, when you watch the new one with Beyonce, your mind is already gonna put the old one at this high of a
Yeah,
level. So it's like
it
you
didn't
can't
hit it.
really, just like with James, because he loved the original Aladdin. Will Smith had to come out dang near 10 on 10 just for him to love it.
So I'm just gonna throw it out there. Facts.
Okay.
Aladdin 2019. 57% on Rotten Tomatoes. Aladdin 1992. 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Well, see, but that's
Okay.
I know.
But here's the thing. That does nothing but basically.
It says that a whole bunch of the old heads who knew it went to go see the new one.
Old people who loved the original went and saw the new one and
Right.
didn't like it.
I mean, there are still new people, so I mean, it's not
And
just
57% of those people liked it.
which means that not a lot of people liked it.
No, what I'm saying is a lot of the people who didn't like it were people who are part of that 95% who loved the original. The 57
Right.
people who didn't already have a nostalgia for the old one liked the new one. Is what I'm saying.
But if it was a good movie, it don't. I wouldn't say it goes based on what you remember. If it's a good movie, it's gonna have.
Right. But that's not the argument though.
So then really we need to see what it's going to do a decade from now.
Yeah.
Are you saying that we need to revisit the rating?
In a decade.
I don't think it's gonna change. Rotten Tomatoes don't really do that.
Let's remember this. We got to record it.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to think. So what's another thing that was good original and also good later on?
Mulan was a good original.
If we look that up, that is going to be horrible. Nobody likes the new Mulan.
I said the original Mulan was good, and
Yeah.
the old one's not good. That's you. So you're
You saying
saying
the new one was better than the old one?
no?
Yeah, you said that wrong. Say it again.
No, I was before you cut me off because you said look at another one that was good original. I said Mulan was good originally on the original one, and then the new one wasn't as good as the original.
Because a second ago you said the new one was, but and then you said, oh, anyway.
I never said the
all
new one. I said the old one.
Yeah, which is what meant, because you said original and old. I'm like, they're the same
Because I
thing.
said the original one.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So my original question was, which one was good then and good now? So when you said Mulan, I
Good
was like,
then and good now.
okay, all right. So let's check that out. I cut
There's
you,
a live action Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
I cut you off. Sorry, because I was like, that's not.
Who's in it?
Emma, is that Emma?
Anna Kendrick.
Okay.
Or
I don't know why I
Emma?
asked that. I don't know people's names.
It's okay. Somewhere around there.
71%. The new one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go watch it because I don't think
It's
I've seen
pretty,
it.
I like it, but then again, you know, like
Maybe I blocked it out of my mind because I like Beauty and the Beast.
93% the original. So I mean, that's a big difference from 59 to 71.
Well, see, I'm talking me personally though.
Okay. I mean, so I would agree. Most people think that the new Beauty and the Beast was good at least.
Oh, the new one got 93%.
71.
No, it's
Got oh okay.
But that's still,
But that's
better
still
than
good.
The new one.
but it, like I said, it all goes back to my original statement though. You're arguing people who are coming from watching these movies growing up and watching it, because I get you saying if the movie is good enough, it's going to overcome that. But if the movie isn't good enough, not a lot of people are going to rock with it because you're already coming in with the movie has to come out as a 10 for me to even like it better than the original. Because like you love Aladdin. If you had to rank Aladdin out of 10, what would you rank it?
I'm sorry, we're talking about the original?
Yeah.
10.
That's what I'm saying. So the new one has to come in at a 10 just to even be.
I feel like I gotta go watch
And
Aladdin
I mean,
again.
It can, you know,
I'm not saying it can't, but what I'm saying is you're already coming in with the movie. The movie's already coming in at a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you got a 57 versus a 95.
So I will say that I told myself to keep my mind open because I knew how much I love the original.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what, no matter what, you know, let's approach this impartially. And because of that, I think that I actually enjoyed the movie. I don't think the movie's bad. I don't.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not even arguing the goodness of the movie because you can, even though you still like the original, doesn't mean you don't like the new one.
Right.
It's just saying, I'm just simply stating, because like you said, we're looking at the facts and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you the facts are the way they are because you and a lot of other people who grew up watching Aladdin had this movie at a 9+, right? And so now you're like, oh, they come in and watch this movie, and man, that ain't better than the original. So 57%. That's all I'm saying. At least that's how I look at it. I could be wrong, but that's just how I view it.
I do want to say that, you know, I'm not trying to hate you. If you like the new one, you like it. I just thought you were saying that it was better than the original.
You gotta turn your ears on.
Okay.
What's your favorite TV show? Now that we arguing, favorite TV show. She don't want to say it now.
The original Mortal Kombat, 47%. The new one, 55. So there's one. It can be done.
Yeah, it's a video game movie. I'm just saying because you gotta look at the way the world was God no. You gotta look at the world when the original Mortal Kombat came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was already a video game movie, right? So you didn't have a lot of people who were like big gamers. The video game movies weren't a big thing at that time. So of course you didn't have a lot of people watching it. I mean, it became like a classic years afterwards, but
I feel like there's just one movie that. Anyway, he asked you. I don't want to keep taking.
I don't even know TV show. Honestly, I don't know.
all right, so let's do it this way. What's a TV,
I can one. Okay, ask that. Go ahead.
What's a TV show that you can watch anytime, no matter what? Like I say it this way, like a TV show that you like that you watch all of, and you can rewatch it and still get enjoyment from it. So even though you've seen the whole series.
Definitely answer that question, but it sounded like you were about to say another one before.
I was gonna say one that I enjoy watching right now is Shy.
Oh, The Shy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my show. You don't watch it, even though you're from The Shy. That's your city, Jay.
Wow.
I can't replace the first-hand experience.
And I will say this though, and you could probably back me up. In your defense, the show The Shy, like the city itself isn't really like a big character. Like it's not like like it's called The Shy, but like The only thing that really lets you know that it's based in the Chi is like you may hear somebody, oh, I'm going to the south side, oh, such and such is on the west side, but that's
I can see
that's
that.
pretty much it. Like, it ain't really like, oh, this is Chicago.
I can see that.
You know, it's really about the characters for the most part.
Yes.
Yeah.
They just
I can
happen
see
to
that.
be in Chicago. So,
But yeah, I like that show right now.
Wasn't in Living
I'm rubbing off on you, ain't
in Living Single? I keep saying Leaving. It wasn't in Live. The show with Queen
I?
Latifah.
Living single?
It's just living single. You try to
I'm
put
about
two
say,
shows
what- yeah,
together.
you put in
In Living
and
Color.
Single.
That's why I can't get it out.
It's just living single.
Wasn't Living Single in Chicago?
I don't know.
They don't look like it.
I feel like they were in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, it felt New Yorky.
Okay. All right.
Only reason I say that is, well, maybe I'm just thinking about the whole drama behind like living single and Friends.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because Friends was in New York, there was no black people in Friends. But like, you know how many black people in New York? But like, they basically copied the model of living single and basically made it white people. It's the same show.
It was in New York. New York.
That's
Yeah,
what I
it
feel.
felt New Yorky.
I like it. I like In Living Single. I've watched it. I watched that entire series probably 2-3 times.
With Queen Lopez.
I watched A Different World for the first time during the pandemic.
What'd you think?
I loved it. It was great. It was good. I watched that and I watched Star Wars.
I will say this though.
What?
Different World does kind of fall off towards the later seasons.
I liked all
To
of
me,
them.
like, okay, I'm not saying I don't like the later seasons, but like, once you get into the later seasons, like when they get older and they start dating and working,
Getting married and
yeah, it's like those are the highlights, but like everything else around it it's just kind of cool. But when they're in school, like to me
it was exciting.
yeah.
Which Star Wars did you watch?
So I watched them all. My nephew gave me a list of how I needed to watch them. I didn't watch them in order of how they were made. I watched them in order of how they went together.
And you made it through it all.
I did.
And the ones that you didn't like.
So you taking me too far.
Okay. Did you
Let's do this. As a whole, how did you feel about it?
I liked it as a whole.
Okay.
Did
Now, as far as breaking it down, best thing I can do is tell you who a stormtrooper is, what a Jedi is.
Darth Vader?
Darth Vader is my dude.
Okay. So
Did you have the
just
cassette tape player for shows?
in general, did you not like the beginning, the middle, the end? Did you like the beginning, middle, end?
You talking about movie wise?
I'm just the whole thing in general.
Putting it all together,
Yeah.
did I like it?
No, I mean like
Or how did it
beginning,
end?
middle, and end.
I liked it.
Okay. All right. All right.
So now, let me ask you this question. As a female, right? Let's say you're dating a guy, right?
Oh, I do got beef with you about female stuff.
Me?
Yes, you. Go ahead, though.
Okay. So let me ask my question first.
Okay.
And then I'm asking my question, and then once she answers it, I'm just gonna fade into the bushes like Homer, and I'm gonna let y'all duke it out.
From what we've been doing about Latin, this is not gonna go be fun.
So as a female, like let's say you're dating a guy, right? And let's say he has a movie genre or TV genre that he really loves. Like, do you feel like you're obligated to like that with him, or is it okay with him? Okay, let's say use an example. Let's say he's an anime fan. He loves anime. But you, relationship wise, y'all are great. But he loves anime. Do you feel like that's a down?
Do I feel like I gotta like anime or I gotta at least watch some anime?
Or do you feel like that's a knock on him because he likes anime?
Oh no, it's definitely not a knock on him.
Okay.
But am I gonna feel obligated to watch some kind of anime? I am.
Okay.
It's not fair any other way.
I heard fingernails.
What?
Did
It's
she?
not fair any other way.
Okay. Is there any anime that you have watched that you have?
No.
Okay, not at all. All right.
But do you feel like it goes the other way as well? Like, do you feel like he should kind of feel obligated to watch something. Let's say you big reality show person.
Yep.
Chances are he's going to anyway, because that's just kind of. I ain't gonna say everybody's. That's just kind of the way my relationships go. Like, he's going to kind of bend more my way.
But why do you think that is?
I think it's just a guy trying to get a girl, for real.
You like you had something to say.
So you're the prize, is what you're saying.
Can I cuss?
Yeah.
So fucking lutely.
Oh, okay, all right.
I feel like this is where I bow out.
I was gonna say, let's go ahead.
I feel like this kind of leads into your.
Yeah.
Because you said about women, so I feel like this is where I just kind of like.
Let's hear
right.
it. And you, it sounds like I'm like a woman hater now. I almost want to. What is your perception of me?
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
She definitely pros too.
Well,
Because I don't have a
I feel like
perception of you
I
like
feel like
that.
she's gonna answer one, and then you threw another question at her.
No, I was getting ready to answer the. Basically, what did you do? So I listened to the Barbie episode.
Okay.
And you made some kind of mention about women act like they're the only ones who got problems in the world. And
I don't okay, so if I said it that way, I didn't mean it. I just made it seem I just felt like the way it was presented in the movie made it seem like they're the only ones that have problems. And I'm not saying that I think that. But at the same time, it is a part
but
of
I don't
movie.
think you broke down exactly what it was. It wasn't that they're the only one got problems in the world. It's what the world is putting on the women
Okay, so
that gives them that problem.
two things about that. I didn't say anything specific because I was trying not to do spoilers. But two, society also does that to men too.
Houseway.
I think I don't know if I said I don't have good memory as it is, but at what point we talked about men not being able to be vulnerable. You know, women, if they see a man cry, it kind of breaks not a wall, but the perception. You know, and
Okay.
maybe one. You know, okay, it sounds like you agree.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Is that racially related?
No.
So you believe that white men also feel that they can't be vulnerable and cry?
Okay, maybe
You
I
know,
should.
I've never actually looked at it that way.
Yeah, maybe I can't speak for. No, I can only speak for black people.
So that's not a world issue. That's a us issue. That's how we have
That's. So are you saying that
created our community?
that Barbie did this because it doesn't apply to them white people?
I think what she's saying is like you're arguing against a gender problem compared to a societal problem, which is like the black society. So like the black society has an issue with men being vulnerable as opposed to like women in general, whether you're black, white, Latina, you have these issues.
No, I'll say this. You know, I have seen some pages, some podcasts about, the alpha male, red pill, blah, 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 blah. And I think it's a general, at least with white people as well. So I'm not saying this solely exclusive to black people. But I have not witnessed that firsthand. Like, I don't have a white friend who came to me and said, oh, you know, my wife left me because I cried. I don't have that kind of firsthand experience.
I don't know if that's really a thing still. Like, I hear a lot of our community now telling us to go get the help, to be vulnerable, to, tell the people you love that you love them. I don't know. Is that a thing probably in our generation before us, maybe? But I don't know if it's so much now.
Two things. So the reason that it was even brought up on the podcast is because I do know somebody, a woman who felt that way, and they got a divorce because of it. And then
So wait.
Well, I won't say that's why, but that was one of the reasons that she was upset, complaining about.
But usually that comes with something else. I'm not just
But that's-
asking you out because
Sure, but
you
that's,
cry
but that's
sometimes.
still a thing that you all put on men. You can't cry. We don't want to see you cry.
I can't say that I have.
And maybe
I
not you in
ever
particular, no.
heard that.
Well, do you feel that way, Larry?
Well, I know we talked about it on the last episode with V and her friend.
Mm-hmm.
I know we were talking about as far as like, because it's all. So I say it this way. There is your own experiences that you go through,
Mm-hmm.
or that you know other people have went through. But then there is the social media world, which is like you have access to a lot of people who, of course, I'm not gonna say they're gonna spew out hate, whatever, but like in the
They're
social,
giving their viewpoint. They're giving their
but
viewpoint
that's
of the
what I'm saying.
world.
I guess the point I'm making is in the social media world, it is kind of like, which there are a lot of narratives, and one of those narratives is men are not allowed to be vulnerable. Now what you mentioned as far as like differentiating between like black
Come
and
on.
white men, I'm trying. My tongue is, not working today. But I never look at it that way. But like as a whole, that's what we as men, like, we're being told. Like, women don't, like, I don't want no dude crying
All the time, no.
Wait a
Don't
minute.
nobody, I don't
I'm
know
talking in
anybody.
general,
I don't
in
even want to be with a
general.
woman that's crying all the time.
Wait a dodge the question, Larry.
Huh? How did I dodge the question?
I said, do you feel that way?
Oh no, I'm saying that's my answer. Like, because as a guy, like that's how I've always felt. Like, women they don't want a guy to be emotional because that's the narrative. Because the narrative is that
All
women-
the time.
Well, just in general, I've seen some narratives where it's kind of like women like, I don't like him because he's always crying. But then I've also seen a narrative where like, oh, he came in and cried one time. And I looked at him completely different after that.
I think we got to break down what the crying is for. Because, like, I can completely understand being turned off.
Well, and that's what I was about to go to, because I know in the previous episode I don't know if it was we or I came up with this whole scale of like, I can understand like, as a guy, if I'm being vulnerable because let's say I had a bad day at work and like my boss was really riding the crap out of me, and like for some reason I felt a certain type of way about that because I felt like maybe it was racial or whatever, and I come to you as my safe space and like, hey, I really feeling some type. I may not even cry, but like I just be like, I really just didn't, like I really felt some type of way about that today. That I feel like that's cool. But now if that same guy, let's say you sitting watching your reality show and you hear boohoo, like, what you crying about? Man, my pencil broke. I was writing a good note and my pencil broke.
That's too much.
Like,
But then, I don't know. Maybe I view it differently. I am not opposed to a man being vulnerable. Like, I need you to be vulnerable because I need to understand. If you're vulnerable, then you are able to relate to me. If everything about you is just this hard, F the world type of stuff, you don't have a safe space for me.
So that's all fine and good, but the whole reason that we even brought this up is because it's not necessarily about you, it's about what society feels. So all these things that Barbie said that society puts on women, I don't feel that way about women. So that just eliminates everything that she said in the movie.
So Barbie talked about women being a certain weight.
Mm-hmm.
You date any size woman?
I am more open now, yes.
Now, because you've grown and so you were a part of the society that put that on women, okay? Do you date any status of a woman? So if she's working at McDonald's, you'll deal with her. If she's a stripper, you'll deal with her.
No, not a stripper.
All right, so
But
you
yes.
put that narrative on as well. A stripper is nothing but entertainment.
No.
Yes, yes it is.
There are, what's the word? We'll say there's levels to that. But anyway, there are, if you want to, listen, okay, go ahead, I'll let you finish.
Carry on.
No, I'll let you finish. You're on the road, do you think?
I already lost it now. Go ahead.
So, men, we got height.
Follow the conversation, going back and forth.
Okay.
We got height, dick size, how much money you make, if you can protect the woman, how you are with your mom, which is, it's so many things. Y'all aren't the only people that have.
Monetary.
Yeah, we got stuff too.
So, give it to me again. Wait a minute. So you're saying that society puts on men that they got to be a certain height, that they got to be a certain size.
Yep.
They have to have a certain amount of money.
Yep.
They have to be able to protect.
Yep.
And what else?
How your relationship with your mom. Can't be a mom.
You got to, okay.
But at the same time, they do want you to have a relationship with your mom.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Now,
So
Keyword,
those
keyword,
things
keyword.
sound. Go ahead.
society says.
Yeah, see, you still go.
No. I'm not making it personal. I hear it because I can understand that too. Some of it. But to me, what the movie was saying was it's this outer appearance that we have to put out into the world in order to be accepted. We go and have whole babies, and we're back in the workforce in 6 weeks. We carry whole babies, and we're in the workforce for 9 months.
And I'm not minimizing that. I'm not.
So I think it's, I won't downplay what y'all have. But it's like this big old basket of stuff that society puts on the shoulders of a woman. And stuff that a man should already have anyway.
That, you can't say that though.
See, I just said that I'm not minimizing, but you're minimizing what you know.
That's not minimizing.
It is.
You should have a
You
certain
said
level of
women have
income
all
for
this,
yourself.
But men to have only this. That's minimizing.
But that's like you can't say, well, we're just allowed to have these things, but you should do that already.
Yep.
You should want to have a career where you can take care of a family. You should want to be in a position where you can protect yourself and a family.
What if he doesn't want that though?
And you
Then he doesn't want to be in a relationship then, right?
But you're saying as a guy, he should just automatically want that because he's a guy.
So if he doesn't want those things, then he shouldn't be in that arena.
But do you want all the things that come with you as a woman? The basket that you had, do you want all those things?
We're going to take the baby out, the pregnancy out.
You can't. You got to take the basket as it is. Because you just...
I'm taking stuff out of your basket, though.
No. At first you didn't. Because you said we're supposed to just have all of it. So what I'm saying is if we don't want that, everything that you put on us, you got to leave.
So and my point is, if you don't want those things, then that's not your arena.
What I'm saying is you can't pick and choose out the basket. You got to take the basket or not take the basket.
Society we have this basket.
Because you've already just said we're supposed to just have it. So if that's the case, we don't have it.
You're supposed to have it from the point of if that's the arena you're trying to be in. If you're trying to be a man that is going to be able to take care of a woman, you should have the finances to take care of a woman. You should also have the ability to protect and provide.
So
finances.
You agree with society that we should have these things?
Protection, yes. Providing, yes.
So there are other women that feels that height, yes. Dick size, yes. I'm just saying, you're putting your personal stuff into this again.
Because you just asked me.
My issue, I guess my overall issue with your comparison is, and maybe we're looking at it from a male perspective and you're looking at it from a female perspective, but my overall issue is just because my basket is, per your definition, just because my basket is smaller than your basket doesn't mean the things in my basket are less than your items.
Okay, so it all can be heavy.
And look, I mean,
both baskets can be heavy.
Obviously, we can't compare it to having a baby. That's I won't say that's the one thing you have above us, but I would say
it's a trump card.
Yeah, everything else we're even. Like
why are we calling that a trump card?
Because that's something we can't do. Like, okay, you want us to protect you, right? Mm-hmm. You initially, if you don't have a guy, can you not protect yourself?
Absolutely.
Okay. So the things that we have, you can do for yourself. Mm-hmm. We can't have a baby for ourselves. So that's a trump card that you automatically have already.
So in that respect, then other things you can
like what?
Make better for yourself.
What do you mean by that?
You can have a job or other streams of income to ensure you're financially stable. You can have the relationship.
But you're still playing into the society. So you keep saying that the man should be financially better off, and that's what society is saying. So that is something that's being put on us, and you making the case. You're making the case for me.
Yeah, no, I don't see it.
You're literally doing it right now.
Yeah, no, I don't see it. You have to give it to me again.
So all the stuff that she said, if you feel like it's unfair that we are putting that on women, then I should be able to just go up to a homeless person who has. Oh, I don't. I hate to just think of every worst possible scenario and just say, you know what, I'm gonna make her my wife. If I don't feel like society should have any kind of impact on me, that's what I should do.
Better yet.
So you feel like there are something there are standards.
Yes.
But everybody has different standards.
Yes.
But everybody has a certain standard. Like, I mean, if you're looking for a man, the man has to probably have a working penis, right? At the minimum.
Just out of curiosity, let me ask you.
I'm just
Not necessarily.
I'm not gonna touch that. But let me ask you this question, right? So all those things as a guy we're supposed to just have if we want a relationship. Where do things come in as far as like how we take care?
You
of
should
them
want it for
emotionally?
yourself, not just have. You should want it for yourself.
But to your point, I hear you. But you're saying if we should have those things for ourselves if we want to be in the arena of having a relationship, right? So where do the other things come in, like taking care of you emotionally, being caring, being giving, all like.
Well, that's going to come in with the vulnerability that y'all saying y'all not supposed to have.
So it's just supposed to just come. So
You should know. You should
but
have
what-
those kinds of things within you where you can talk to other people and you can. I'm not going to say nurture, but
So let's flip this.
help others.
Let's flip this on women then. So you're saying that you should blah blah blah. The man should wanna. So you should wanna after you have the baby get your body right to go back to work to look good. You should wanna do all these things that they said in the Barbie movie. I'm using your own logic against you.
No,
No, okay. So it doesn't apply to
no,
women. Don't apply to women.
I don't think you're using it on me.
That's what you're saying. You're again belittling the stuff that society puts on men.
No one is belittling
That's
what
what you're
is put
saying.
on men, but what I am saying is what women go through. I did. That was a lot. What women go through is a lot greater than what men go through.
Just the baby part.
No,
Okay.
not just the baby part.
Let me-
We have a whole emotional side
So let me
that happens to us over 4 weeks
Let me adjust. what
that
you're saying.
y'all have.
That comes with baby. You can make a baby. That is because you can have a baby.
Is it only because you can have a baby?
Yes. Because your hormones.
Or is it just the hormones?
The hormones is because of you go.
So you mean to tell me if I can't make a baby, I don't have those hormones?
Okay, give me a second. So I would if you
I'm not gonna lie.
It's estrogen.
I had been listening the
It's
whole time.
estrogen. It's with those hormones.
So
I checked
I'm
out.
assuming
I
that
haven't
if
listened
you can have a baby, you have a period, and the period is what's causing those hormones in that time period that you're talking about, right?
The hormones are still there even after your period.
So
Those hormones still in balance. Do y'all have that?
We have feelings. We have
No.
testosterone.
No, we're not talking about feelings because you can deal with your feelings. You can.
Oh, you can.
You
So you're
can
not
deal
controlling
with
your own
how
stuff.
you can deal with how your feelings are being regulated. You can't deal with how the hormones are being regulated in your body.
Can we though?
Don't we have? I'm sure we have.
You
hormones.
absolutely can deal with how your emotions are being regulated.
Okay. Are you saying we can or we should be able to?
No, you can. You can control whether you're going to be angry or not. You can
can
control
too.
whether you're
You
going
can
to.
too.
You can as well.
What I can't control is the.
Testosterone. We have
No.
hormones too,
What I can't control is how the hormones are affecting me.
but you don't have to be angry.
Who said you? Nobody said you had to be angry.
But you just said that we can control. So I'm saying.
What I'm telling you is, what my hormones do, I can't control how it.
Makes you feel.
Yes. What you're talking about emotionally, you can control that. You can control whether you're going to be angry or not. You can control whether you're going to
You're
get
talking
so
about-
upset that you cry.
You're talking about a guy who's emotionally in touch with his feelings. What if the guy isn't that way? So he can't control that. He doesn't know how to deal with that.
So that's a choice. That means you are not making the
just said
choice
can't.
to deal with it.
But that's why I asked earlier, is it can we or we should be able to? Because if we can, then that means we can just make that choice.
I feel like yours is a choice and ours is not.
Because your body was designed to have children, which is why you're going through this. So eventually, to me, that all ties back to you having children. Whether you're sterile or not, you're a woman, you have parts that is supposed to be able to make a child. So, if you want to belittle, I'm going to belittle. It goes back to you having children. If you take out the children stuff, we are on equal plane.
So you still missing the part where children or no children, we still have these same hormones that we're going to still deal with even after we're no longer cycling.
But I'm saying you're cycling, well, when? When does that happen? Like, hormones isn't just out of nowhere. Like, I'm sure it's because... Tell me about your hormones. Tell me. Let's have the... Let's
Let's look up estrogen. Let's see what estrogen does. Let's see what estrogen does after you don't have a cycle anymore.
Anyway, I don't want dead air. You can go ahead and start talking, Larry.
No, all I was gonna say was kind of go back to something you said earlier as far as like women being worse or whatever. I can't remember exactly how he said it. All I was gonna say was, I would challenge you to say, women's problems are not worse or better. It's just they're different. You deal with different things that we don't have to deal with. So therefore, to go back to the basket analogy, the things in my basket are different than the things in your basket. That doesn't mean one is better than the other. It's just mine are different. I have to deal with different things.
I can agree with that, but that wasn't what was said in the Barbie video. That's all I'm saying. That's where this whole thing came from.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Of course you weren't. You ain't been listening a whole lot tonight.
He gave me a task to do.
You ain't been listening a whole lot. A whole lot.
Yeah, you're right.
He's looking up estrogen in women.
So it did, the very first sentence, let me go ahead and go back, is a steroid hormone associated with the female reproductive organs.
Okay.
All right.
Because I stopped cycling, do I still have my organs?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
But it also says that it happens, it goes up during the cycle and it goes down at the end of the cycle.
What do you think that does to your emotions?
During your cycle, it goes up.
It's not just during your cycle, honey.
It goes up during the cycle.
It's not just during your
I'm just saying
cycle.
what I read. It said it goes up during the cycle and then it goes down at the end of your cycle.
So
after
how
the cycle
long is the
done,
cycle?
28 days. Well, no, I'm sorry.
No, you're right. You're right.
No, the cycle is like, you got 5 days of that, and then you got like maybe 7 days.
It's all a cycle. It's not just the point when you're bleeding. It's all a cycle.
So after the ovulation, all that stuff, between that and your next period.
Which is like 7 days?
5, 7 doesn't equal 28. But anyway,
It's 7 days between the time you stop cycling, well, actually, the time that you ovulate, and the time your body is starting to get ready again to release an egg. So in 4 weeks' time, we have 1 week where we may not have the estrogen levels going crazy because they're trying to go up and down to prepare for a baby.
Sure. All right.
So
it's almost like you said, the period is like the start and beginning of the cycle.
It's never ending, apparently. So I'm not a woman. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna stay out of it.
You pass me the drink. No, you gonna pass me the drink?
and that's why we got beef.
Did y'all settle the beef?
Nah, we ain't settled the
Did
beef.
y'all at least cook it?
Nah, we ain't settled the beef.
Is there any other beef that
Under no circumstances should you ever believe that my bad, that a man has it worse in the world than a woman.
Well, that's why I said I challenged.
I didn't say that.
That's why I said I challenged the whole verbiage of worse and changed it to different.
My only argument was that it was being said as if men have no kind of expectation in society. That was my only argument.
I don't think that's what you said. But we'll argue that later so we can listen to it and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I was really.
It started on
really
16 minutes on it.
I was really just here to be a referee, which I kept getting drugged into it, so I had to offer comments and commentation. I don't know if that's a good word or not, but you know. Movies, TV.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So I'm not really excited about it, but you know it's happening. It's Star Wars.
You know shit.
What's happening?
There's a show called Ahsoka. Why are you being so aggressive? I'm just talking about a TV show.
She don't want to talk about no dang episode.
I don't even know what it is.
It's a Star Wars TV show.
You don't stop popping, ain't you?
Hey man, I'm snap crackle over here, but it's all good. Anything else on your chest,
Yeah, I was gonna
girl, you want to get off?
Okay.
It could be something different than that, like just.
I told you I ain't had nothing. I came in here just trying to get off the hit list. That's all. I just want to be off the hit list.
Is that I hate to do this, you know, given the conversation that just took place.
Mm-hmm.
But as a woman, are there any male-related questions you want to ask us that you're just curious to want to know, like a man's perspective on?
Mm-hmm. I just want to say that fan's a lot louder than I thought it was going to be.
Nah, that's not that bad.
Male's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like an advice session?
No, not necessarily advice,
Oh.
but just like, just something you want to, I mean, since we're down the rabbit hole of men and women, is there like, because usually because it is just a show with two guys. I can't speak for James, but I know me personally, I often champion the idea of having a female perspective because I don't want to see, especially when we talk about certain topics, because I don't want to make it seem like we're just two guys, like, oh, women. So it's nice to have
just chauvinistic men.
I'm the he-man woman here. That's right.
you know.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That is not right. Just because we had one conversation.
Y'all just want us pregnant, shut up, suck your dick, and
that is horrible. I am a lover. I'm a romantic. I value women. I love women.
value.
Oh my God. Oh
How?
my God. I
just wonder what value mean.
They matter. Your
How?
feelings matter. Your feelings matter. Oh my goodness.
You walked into it, James.
I don't. This is.
You walked into that one.
Everything matters. I mean, we're just two people. It sounds like you think women are a little bit more valuable than men, but I feel like we were equal.
I don't feel like men are not any.
You said you are the catch.
Oh no, I am.
So
can a man be the prize?
Yeah, thank you. That's the word.
Is there any point in time where a guy can be the prize?
Man, this guy is a trillionaire, but he is not the prize.
Why does his money make him the prize?
Do you have $1 trillion?
No, but his money still. If he's a trillionaire, he's an asshole when he whooping my ass. He's not a prize.
So
I didn't say that.
let's say he's
all
a
that.
guy who makes okay money to take care of himself.
Mhm.
He's a great guy. He's very charismatic. You know, he's very caring. He's very emotionally intelligent. All those great things. He protects you. He takes you out. Nice dates. Y'all have great times. He makes you laugh. All these great things. Is he a prize?
Hey, nope. What?
So maybe I have more traditional views when it comes to relationships, and I feel like men should be taking care of house. They should be not house, taking care of the family. They should be the protector. They should be the provider.
What makes a woman the prize?
Everything I bring. Everything that I bring, anything that you.
What is? Tell me as if like I don't know. Like what makes a woman a prize?
My nurturing makes me a prize. My ability to understand and make a home a place where you can feel like you can come and be vulnerable. Of course, keeping you fed, keeping your house clean. Support. That's kind of to sum it up. Support. The support that you get from having a partner that's with you, that is
So if you have a guy who's
looking for a word, but I'm
so if you have a guy that's taking care of all your needs, not just monetary, but like everything you have, you want for nothing. Like as far as like affection,
is he the prize?
Affection, time, all of those things.
Maybe I just got a different idea of what prize mean in my head. Is that a good catch? Yes, he's a great catch.
Yeah.
Is that prize?
Yeah.
Okay, well he's a prize then.
Sheesh. Because at this point, I'm gonna troll you, like all the stuff you were saying, and I don't literally feel this way, but all the stuff that you were naming, like I can get, it makes me sound like but anyway, I can order a maid to do, and I'm not,
Okay, and you still, when she leaves, you're gonna be in the house still befuddled through your thoughts. Can't figure out what your next move need to be because you got nobody to bounce it off of who supports you and walks through life with you. So get your maid.
I mean, I'm sure I can.
You think you can find somebody?
So it doesn't. I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to belittle what women bring, and I'm not saying that all women. I'm not one of these alpha male. That's just the way I'm coming across. But it's like just because of the conversation we had, I just want to just anti everything you're saying right now.
You just want to be. You just want to be against me today.
I was just I was just curious because like I get what you're saying as far as like a woman being a prize. I understand it.
Yep.
Because you all bring a lot of things outside of just having kids.
Exactly.
And sex and all that kind of stuff. I understand it. My only issue is a guy can't be a prize too. Like especially
maybe he is, and it's just not the.
It's the wording.
Perhaps.
Because to go back to what we were talking about earlier, if you look at society through social media's terms, all dudes are trash. All dudes gonna cheat.
I don't even see that. I don't see
Ain't
that.
no good dudes out here in this world. So my thing is, if you find a guy who's doing all of these things for you, going above and beyond, can he not be a prize?
He is a good catch. So he's a prize. So men can be prizes, people.
Uh-oh.
Me personally, I don't.
Oh, wait, we starting again?
I don't
We just
need.
finish it up.
Oh,
When I say I don't need much, I'm just looking for somebody who I don't want to say going to be vulnerable with, but obviously if that time comes, it would be nice to not be judged, just have somebody to talk to, somebody who's going to be there, and cooking, cleaning, all that stuff isn't really necessary. I know I should want that, but
Why do you feel like you should want that?
because I'm a traditional man. I feel like if I go out, if I take my lady out, that I'm, regardless of if she asks me or whatever, I'm paying just things. I'm not saying that I believe in gender roles, but I believe in gender roles for at least me.
So let me pause you.
what does that even mean?
Hold on, we'll get there. Because you both mentioned traditional.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know from both you guys, what does it mean to be a traditionalist, I guess?
So let me go ahead and, because I guess gender roles to me is traditional. So like you were saying, you said you would bring cleaning the house or being there to listen, family, blah blah blah. So that would be a gender role. You just said what women typically are known or used to do. For men, you said being taking care of home, being the head of the family. You didn't say breadwinning, but that's typically what the man's role would be. So I do at least believe in that for me. As far as a woman, I'm not saying that you need to, get in the kitchen and clean. If I just want somebody who's there for me.
I feel like the problem is that there aren't any roles. So that messes up relationship because everybody doing stuff they ain't really need to be doing. So like if she's trying to be too manly or too masculine in the relationship, you messing up stuff. Because the two masculine people probably shouldn't be together.
What you said? Go ahead, Larry.
I am more of a proponent of teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't gender roles teamwork?
So here's what I mean by that, right? What I mean by teamwork is I'm the proponent of finding a partner who you all agree to do whatever works best for you all's household. Now, if that means, as a guy you cook and clean, or as a woman you work or whatever, if that's what y'all want to do, that's what y'all do. But you take your strengths and your weaknesses and you bring them together, and y'all work together to make the household fit you all, as opposed to coming in expecting this person to do this and this person should do that.
So wait. You marry a woman who makes 6 figures.
Mm-hmm.
You make $30,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you expect to come home and run the house? Or do you expect that she's going to be running the house?
I don't expect anybody to run the house because it's both.
So how the house going to be ran?
Like, what do you mean by run the house?
Who's making sure bills get paid? Who's making sure the house is clean? Who's making sure when things are broken, it's getting fixed? Who's making sure the kids are in order? Who's making sure there's food in the house?
We work together. We come together. What bills we got to take care of this month? All right, let's put it together and get it
So
done.
why does that not sound like somebody who is taking charge?
I just want to throw it out
If
there.
you're the person who's saying who's going to do it, then you're the person in charge of it.
That if they got married to begin with and she was making 6 figures and he was making 30,000, there was already an agreement or understanding. So I probably anyway.
Perhaps.
Go ahead.
No, I mean I agree with that. I mean, like, I just feel like as a guy, like, there is, especially from more traditional people, there's the expectation that you're supposed to do this, and that. But what if I'm not great with money? So now, even though I'm supposed to be the head of the household, I can't let you take care and pay the bills because you are maybe an accountant that handles money well. So I just got to just struggle paying the bills because I'm the guy. I can't say, oh, well, you're strong where I'm weak. Here, you take care of this. I give you my money, and you do what needs to be done.
I just want to throw it out.
But that's a
there.
gender role. That's what happens.
But that's not a gender role. Because
Kinda is.
A gender role means only this gender does it. She's doing it because she's better at it. If it was a gender role,
So if it was the other way around and she was giving you her money to do
I
it,
wouldn't have no
then
issue
that
with
would be
it.
different.
How would it be different?
I'm saying that would break the gender role because the gender role is that the man makes the money, gives it to the woman pays the bill.
The gender role is also the man makes the money and he pays the bills. The woman doesn't touch the bills. She just takes care of the home.
Sometimes that is.
But that's what I'm saying.
true.
But if I'm coming and say, hey, I'm trash with money. Here's the money for the bills. You make out the checks. You pay. You do all the stuff. You set up the accounts. You pay it. Now you're paying. You're paying the bills whether I'm giving you the money or not. You're paying the bills.
I think I would struggle in a relationship like that.
So you're the KD Warriors. It's like everybody. They just, look. This is
KD
what I offer.
Warriors.
This is what I do. Everybody.
Kevin Durant.
Everybody has.
Golden State Warriors.
You get yours. I get my. We just making it happen. As opposed to the Spurs back in that's like you got your thing.
Well, because
and we
it's
just
like
compliment each other.
because also like even with something as simple as like cooking and cleaning, right? If you go by certain traditions, I'm not gonna say all, but certain traditions, like as a guy, my only job is taking out trash, as opposed to like I don't cook anything, I don't clean, because that's what she's doing. She's at the house, she's supposed to cook and clean. Mm-hmm. But as me, I'm just kind of like if I come in and I see something's dirty, I'm just gonna clean it. Or if my wife gets off later than me, I may cook her a meal or I may order food for her.
Every now and then that's cool, but I just don't want my man cooking all the time. Like that's not your role, dude. I need you to go sit down.
Well, but I'm saying to your point.
And I also don't feel like I should touch trash.
But to your point, I would
fill my car up.
I would be okay with that if, let's say, I married a woman who she was just a better cook. I'm coming back. If she's a better cook than me, of course I'm gonna lean to you because you know I don't cook for real. But I will let you. If she says, "Hey, the kitchen is my domain," you stay out of it. All right, cool, bet. I'm not gonna go against that. But I guess I'm just more so like I don't feel like only one gender can do a certain thing. Like we can, if we're a team, we can all just work together to make sure the household runs the way it needs to run.
So sometimes teams are dysfunctional because don't nobody know what they're supposed to be doing. Everybody trying to do everybody else's job.
But that's because y'all never had a conversation.
We had a conversation, and I do this, and this, and this. Don't you come over here trying to do what I do.
But that's you setting boundaries. That's still you trying to set roles as opposed to like saying, hey.
Teams don't have roles.
Lots of marriages are dysfunctional even if they are gender roles. Like if you feel like he's not handling money properly, even though he's supposed to be the person doing it, then you're gonna get mad, and that's dysfunction.
That is true.
I feel like we're ganging up on her. But you said
my whole point.
I don't feel ganged up on because in my mind.
My whole point is
in my mind I'm saying nope, won't be marrying him or him.
my thing is this. I feel like the dysfunction comes in when there's no agreement on anything. Like whether you agree to do traditional, whether you agree to be a team,
I guess.
You said you don't fill up your own car.
Not if my boyfriend up here, I don't.
So, like, are you saying that he pays for the gas, or he physically takes your car to fill it up?
Both.
You said both?
Yes.
That is a very random thing. I don't.
But that's traditional stuff.
I hate the gas station.
I hate it too, but that's.
You got 2 legs and hands. You can drive to the gas station. You don't need me. What is so special about it? You can do it.
It's nasty, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to touch the trash. I don't do that either. To be honest, I've never even cut the grass. I've never touched a lawnmower.
Can I offer a different perspective on things?
I'm listening.
So you don't like touching trash. Mm-hmm. You don't like pumping gas because it's nasty. You don't want to do it. As men, we do a lot of crap we don't want to do on a daily basis.
Very true.
Why can't you just pump your gas? Now,
if he ain't with me, if he ain't around, I will.
That's what I'm about to say. I completely understand. If we're together, of course I'm gonna hop out. I'm gonna pump, right?
Oh well, that's kind of more or less what I'm saying. If I'm by myself, then of course I'm doing it. But if he's in town,
you said
when he's in town.
Oh, okay.
So he gotta like leave work because you can't get.
No. He lives in Birmingham. When he comes in town to see me, he fills my car up.
But so
brings it back to
the
me.
way you made it sound is just like I'm not pumping anything until he's here.
Oh no.
Not only that, I mean, if he's in town,
If
your
he
car
was
needs to
in
be filled
town.
up, he's got to drop everything he's doing to go fill your car up? Like,
I'm not gonna say drop everything you're doing, but I just need you to plan better. So if you knew my glass was low yesterday, you should did it yesterday.
And you don't feel like you can make any concessions?
Sure, I can.
Okay, so what about everything that you said that you feel like a man should? What are some things that you feel like you could concede on? Like trash, I understand. You're not touching trash. Lawnmower, I understand. You're not doing that. But what are some other things that you could concede on?
Oh, that makes me think of a question, but I'm gonna wait.
Some other things that I could concede on. I'll help drive, because I don't do that either.
Go ahead, Larry.
So if we're taking a 7-hour trip, well, no, 12-hour trip. How many hours of that are you driving?
Are you putting
If any.
Are you putting the gas in the tank?
Wait a minute, pause break. Let me answer this first.
Okay.
12-hour trip.
Mm-hmm.
I'll offer.
No. Not offer, not suggest. Physically driving, hands on the steering wheel. How many hours of that are you driving, if any? Better yet, if you're not driving, because more than likely you're going to be the passenger princess, right?
So what's that?
No. If you're in the passenger seat, are you?
Am I awake and making sure he has snacks?
To the driver?
Absolutely. Not only does he have snacks, but I made some homemade sandwiches the night before and got his favorite snacks and the drinks that he want and loaded a playlist. So when we're driving, I got you.
So there's you said passenger princess. That just brings up a whole nother princess that I want to ask, but I feel like it's personal. I shouldn't ask.
No, go ahead. I mean, hey, once this over, I'm going to jump you anyway.
I had a question, but go ahead.
Are you a pillow princess too?
What's that mean? Oh, just lay there?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. All right. Something was said, and I think you said I don't know.
Oh, so my question is this, right? So I guess y'all both gender roles, traditionals, whatever, right? Is it the same? Is a guy providing or taking care of the household if he hires somebody to cut the grass or hires a cleaning lady?
He absolutely is.
So that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you putting gas in the 12-hour trip?
I will.
Okay.
I ain't driving though. I will fund the whole trip. I ain't driving.
Oh, so let me ask you this question, right?
This class.
You know what? I've been fucking up. Let me have it. Traditional people, right? And we'll cut off after this. Bank accounts, joint, separate.
I feel like
bill account. How do y'all do that?
I feel like regardless if it's joint, both of y'all gonna have a separate account anyway.
I feel like it should be joint.
But will you have a separate account?
Probably.
Yep.
I probably have a very different viewpoint on how I want my husband to regard me anyway, and I'm not even gonna record it in case this surface someplace. But yeah, I would prefer.
I'm assuming that I don't think there's anybody that has a sole joint account. Like if there is, it's
probably not the
only
smartest
for
thing to do.
Yeah, I feel like that's like maybe a month, a year. It doesn't last long.
Yeah, it's probably not the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, I feel like there should be two separates and then a bill account. We put our money into this bill account, and the bills get paid out of that account. But you still have your account.
I don't feel like I should be responsible for bills, so.
You live in there, ain't you?
Okay.
James, you can't argue with that.
That's
logic.
logic.
Being a traditionalist,
It's logic.
you are on her side on that in that regard.
It's logic. I don't understand. Like, weren't you paying bills at your own place?
No, James. As a traditionalist,
Sure I
as you
was.
agree that you are,
Right.
Part of that means you providing. So that means you take care of all the bills.
So in my head, yes, I'm going to pay that, but at the same time, are you going to contribute anything financially?
I'm going to pay my car and my insurance, my cell phone, and any other bills that I might
You are provided, as a traditionalist, you're provided for home.
I'll take a small bill in the house. Mortgage is absolutely the husband.
Okay,
Absolutely my
okay,
husband.
So that's okay. Like electric's like something. Like I'm not saying like I'm okay if I can like honestly.
But are we
I
not
lived in
even
this
talking
house-
about how much groceries
I lived
cost?
in this house by myself. I can pay by myself. But if you're gonna be here, like I mean, I don't need you here just to lay down and take it. Like I like you here. I need you here.
I definitely believe that if the combining of us of a union does not make things better for each person, that's a problem.
But it sounds like you're getting a lot of this. You're getting a lot out of this, and you're not.
So, okay.
So you're talking about the amount of bills you pay.
I'm talking about more
The
than that.
chances are I'm probably paying close to what you pay in groceries, close to what you pay in entertainment, close to what you pay in vacations.
What do you mean entertainment? And vacation?
Movies, going out to eat,
Dates
just
and stuff.
right.
So last question, and then we'll cut it off.
Ooh, he's so flustered.
Do you, just yes or no question.
It don't add up. But
Yes,
okay.
yes or no
How
question.
it don't wait a minute? How it don't add
We
up?
gotta cut it off.
We do. We do.
Yes or no question. Who benefits more out of a marriage, men or women? Well, I guess not. Yes, no, I'm sorry, men or women.
Obviously, women. There's no need for a man. Anyway.
We ain't gotta go to it.
Yeah, I said that before.
Man,
That's been an episode of Big and Short. Like you can find me on Instagram at HAPPEE _. And my LOS. You can find me on whatever. You do your thing.
Instagram, DA_bear29. Big and short of it all. Instagram, big and short of it all. TikTok, big and short of it all.
We on YouTube too.
YouTube.
Do you want to plug your stuff?
no, thank you.
All right. Thank y'all for listening. You guys have you.
Just because the baskets are different.
Don't mean they're not as
mean-
heavy as
don't
the
mean
other.
One is not
I'll take that.
as bad as the other. Yeah.
I'll take
What
that.
she said.
See, you got something?